The Dusty Futon Podcast is a product of the Dusty Futon LLC and Dusty Futon Productions. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to get all the newest episodes. You can find out how and share with your friends at www.dustyfuton.com. Welcome back to another episode of the Dusty Futon Musicians Podcast. Actually, this one is more of a producer's corner. He is one hell of a musician, but he also produces his own music as well. Matthew Phillips is definitely not too good for our Dusty Futon, even though he's played Coachella, KAABOO, and just got back from his Discovery tour over in Europe. Man, this guy does it all. This local San Diegan has developed his name into something amazing and powerful. Let's listen to this gold and white magic.
Oh, you just missed my "that's what she said" joke. Okay. Well, maybe you got it then. I don't know. We'll find out in post.
Where should I put this? I should probably leave
Also,
it.
what she said. Yes, this is going to be a good episode, I can tell.
There you go, Matt.
Thank you.
We were on the same level there, John.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, not Matt. Come on. You guys just met. You're not on that level yet.
All right, since he just plugged his own mic in, I'm going to have to do a
And
little
a
bit of
beautiful
audio
mic. Holy crap, look at this thing, man. That's like...
Thank you.
That's like the one the Pope uses. Like, Jesus, look at that thing.
Well, shut up so I can mount mic check him. Go and give me a 5 count.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey,
right.
check 1, 2.
Nice.
Now in Japanese.
Uno, dos, tres.
San, shi, go.
That's only because you speak Japanese that you said that.
That's as far as I go.
But that's still, you can count to 5. All right, we're loaded. Tyler,
Huh?
go.
Go. Oh, are we both doing this? Is it just me and you? What's Kim
No,
doing?
Kim's going to join us after. That's what I said. We're
Okay.
on a time crunch here.
No, I'm totally
Every
sorry.
second
You're
you
right.
don't talk
You're right.
to him and intro
Welcome
it.
to the Dusty Futon. I am your host, Tyler Johnson, and I got Spicy Kim with me here too, but she's all the way over there doing much important duties of ordering pizza for the talent, the host, for everybody here who's coming on the Futon. And today, here with us, we are blessed with Matthew. Oh, God, I did it again. Here
Matthew
we go.
No Notes.
Matthew No Notes. Where did my thing go? Here we are.
Okay.
Kim, I asked if they did their research.
I did. I did. You know what it was? It threw me off because it was another first name. I was like, what is
No
it?
worries.
Phillips? Is it Matthew? No, it is Matthew Phillips. He's
Thank
here
you.
on the Futon today. And thank you for coming out here.
Thank you, man.
You are from San Diego, but you
Yes.
also still learned the brutal lesson of the unforgivingness that is the Rancho Bernardo exits.
Yes.
If you miss one, yeah, you're going to Escondido. Sorry, buddy.
It's all good. I went right past it.
But you made it. You're here today, and thank you for joining us and taking the time
Thank you,
to
guys.
be with us and share a little bit about your story. So, you're a singer-songwriter, guitar player. You're based here in San Diego. Are you from here? Were you born?
Yes, I was born in San Diego.
Nice. What part of San Diego do you hail from?
Chula Vista.
Chula Vista.
Chula, baby.
Nice. Now, is it Chula Vista or is it East Lake?
It's like East Lake is right on the border. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
basically East Lake, but
Nice.
technically one street over is Chula Vista.
I've heard people call East Lake Chula Vista Deluxe.
Oh, really? I like
I mean,
it.
that makes sense. Yeah. I can see that.
Nice.
like
So,
it a lot.
you're out here. You're doing your thing. I did some research, and I'm
You
sitting here
see?
reading some things on you at your website, and I'm just going down the list of all these accolades that you have, and all this
May,
recognition.
may I cut you for 1 second?
No.
When he goes, I'm looking
said
at
no, she
his,
still does.
his bio, and I'm like, why does he want to talk to us?
Yeah. What is he doing here? What does he want to talk to me for?
Because I stalked him and stalked him and stalked him.
Well, no, I mean, we tried to make this happen for like 4 months straight, but like every time I was like, I'm on tour or I got a show.
He's like, I'm in Coachella. I'm on
Yeah,
KAABOO. I'm like,
you're
okay.
a busy guy. So again, I want to thank you for taking the
Thank
time
you.
out of your
Thank
schedule
you.
to come out and do this. Now let's rewind because some people, shocking as it may be, haven't heard of Matthew Phillips yet, despite your
There's a lot of people.
100,000 followers on Instagram. For the rest of you guys that aren't on board yet, this is Matthew Phillips, and let's go back and kind of talk about where he started. So you were born here in San Diego.
Yes.
And what really lit the musical fire underneath your ass, as it were, that incited you to say, this is what I want to do for a living?
I've just always been around music ever since I was very little.
Were your parents musicians?
No, but my grandma was a concert pianist.
Oh, wow.
So they would always tell the story about, how when I was 5 or 6 that I would sit at a piano and I wouldn't just be like, bing, 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 bing. I would actually pick out melodies And so my grandma was like, he needs to be in music lessons because he's picking out melodies and he's 5.
There's a higher understanding going
Yeah.
on here. Yeah.
And so that was the like beginning of it. Right around junior high, I would say, I figured out like girls love guitar players.
Yeah.
Kind of happens
So
that way.
That lights the fire real quick, doesn't it?
And so I was like, guitar sounds a lot better to me now. And so I kind of transitioned, but I'm still a multi-instrumentalist and I play, quite a few instruments, but guitar is my main passion.
Funny story. I did the same thing for a girl for my tongue ring. You got a lot more going on now with your guitar playing. How are you getting a tongue ring?
How do you relate a tongue
Because
ring
he was talking
to a
about doing
guitar?
something for a girl. You know, some girl out there made enough of an impact on him where he decided, I want to pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think it was one
Yeah.
girl. I think it was the idea of how many girls he could get in the future.
Right?
he's
I
like,
mean, look at this. Look
right
at this
now.
guy. He's got the
Stud.
chin of a stud.
I know.
He is pretty good
Thank
looking.
you.
I'm not going to say. And I believe hear him speak too. It's like that kind of what's his name? Luke Perry voice. You know, who's the guy that played Aladdin?
The guy who's like just.
This is my normal voice. This is how I talk.
You look too cool already.
I don't know, but anyway. So you got your start. Your grandmother was a concert pianist. Now, who was she
Awesome.
playing for? What events would she be doing normally?
I never really got to dive deep into that, but all I know is that, she was a very good concert pianist.
Nice.
I never was able to ask. I was too young.
Oh, wow. And still picking out melodies and stuff like a little
Yeah.
Mozart
Wow.
on the
Yeah.
piano. Wow. That's pretty cool. So you picked up the guitar in, say, what was it, like middle school, you said? Seventh
Yeah,
grade-ish?
around there.
Nice. And when you did, what were you really trying to accomplish when you first picked it up? Like, did you have any favorite groups at the time? Were you really starting to start a band?
No, my Uncle Ralph put a Fender Strat in my hands and he was like, you're going to play this guitar. Like, this is what you're going to do. And if you're going to play guitar, you're going to learn from the greats. So he showed me Eric Clapton, B.B. King, Albert King, all the Kings, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and just was like, learn from these guys. And that's kind of how I got my start there.
Well, he certainly picked some great teachers.
Yeah, I
for
was
you.
gonna say that ought to do it.
Right? I took a little bit of a less a professional approach to it, I guess, picking up guitar. But that's why you're way better than me. So
That's why he's like one seat over. Okay,
that's
so
right.
close, so close.
Right, he was in the hot seat.
Those who can't play host.
Zing! Big John's got him today.
Oh my!
one-liners.
Oh my! I do
One-liners
have-
today.
I do have to say, in Tyler's defense, he's quite an accomplished musician himself.
Accomplished isn't the word. He's just decent. He's
good.
actually he's really
He's
good.
a good guitar player. Good
He's
bass
been
player.
in one band and they broke up like 3 times. So
That sounds about right.
Yeah, okay. Well, every time we lost a bass player.
Oh, those friggin'
Yeah.
bass players.
I know.
That's why he had to start playing bass. Right?
Well, it's a dangerous job being a bass player. Many of them died. They were.
Oh my
they're not here
god!
anymore.
I thought that was the drummer.
Yeah, they couldn't handle the frequency.
frequency.
The frequency.
Let's get back to math.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, all
Please,
right.
let's talk about math. Yeah.
Beeline. All right. So you started out. Now, I mean, obviously, a lot has happened from when you just trying to get the attention of some girl or girls, to now you have sponsors: Fender, Taylor, Electro Voice, Telefunken, GHS, Voss Water. Like, people are banging down your door trying to get a piece of some Matthew Phillips.
Yeah.
What are you selling them? Let's find
Hey,
out.
yeah.
I think maybe we should put.
You're not even going to let him say that. You're
Yeah,
just.
I think we should let our listeners do the Pepsi challenge, and let's play a song by Matthew Phillips. You got one potted up, ready for us,
I
here, Big John?
got them all ready. So why don't we ask the man himself? What do you want us to hear first?
Let's start with So in Love. That's the single that's going to be out here pretty soon.
This is the one that got the ladies. isn't it?
Unreleased.
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 Sneak peek, people.
I'll say it again.
Unreleased. So that means the people on YouTube are going to hear it for the first time for any of your fans.
It's a debut.
Well, technically, it's been played on 91X.
They always beat us to the punch.
You 91
Talk about it, Tim Pyles. That
Yeah,
guy.
Tim Pyles.
I love that guy.
You know what? I love that guy, though.
I do.
All
I
right.
know. How could you not?
He's a pile.
So in love.
Pyles, man, he's awesome.
So this one is called So in Love, and this is off of which album?
Don't have a name for the album yet. This is the single.
This is the
unreleased.
single, So in Love by Matthew Phillips.
Got me running around in circles.
He's got a sexy voice.
Take it easy, Kim.
I know. My husband did just walk out the door. I don't know. It's dangerous.
Don't
Dangerous.
get ideas. He's only a child, Kim.
You stole my heart since the day we met. I keep dreaming, hoping I'll never forget. And I would do anything to have one more day with you. And I would say anything to have one more night with you.
There is a lot going on musically in this song.
Sounds great.
Oh, yeah.
It's very well produced. Who did this for you?
Me and my producer, Jarrell Iran, and then Joel Piper was the mix engineer.
Wow. Nicely done.
Thank you.
I caught one more glimpse of you again. How I've been so lost without you here. I'll give you my heart, and just please say yes. You're the one I love. I need you here. And I would do anything to have one more day with you. And I would say anything to have one more night with you.
I can close my eyes and just see the lights now, like at a concert, a Matthew
the
Phillips
show,
concert.
right?
Yeah, there's so much power. It's like it just paints a picture in your mind of just an undulating crowd.
Yep.
Yep.
Undulating? That's like one of my words.
Undulating.
Wow.
It's a freaking $20 word.
That's a sexy word, isn't it? So in love with you, Matthew Phillips. That was awesome.
Thank
That
you.
was great. We get to hear that right here for the first time on the futon.
I didn't get to preview this music, so I think this actually ends up being a producer's corner episode. Because are you a producer? Would you consider yourself
Yes.
a producer? So yeah.
I'm a producer, singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist.
You do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of have to in 2018.
Again, I say, why are you here?
I know. He should be like down at an amphitheater, getting ready for a show.
Well, I'm saying he should be resting because he just wrapped up a huge tour. You just got back from your Discovery tour, right? I mean, this was national and international. You just got back from Japan, I hear?
No, I
No.
was supposed to go on that tour with the Falling Doves, but I didn't end up going.
Oh, no.
But I did go to Norway, the UK, Ireland.
And I hear the Europe scene is crazy.
Yes.
The music is insane out there.
It's amazing.
Tell us a little bit about that. What was your favorite place in Europe?
Oh, to play
Yeah.
or like in general?
to play? Well, let's do both. What was your
Okay.
favorite place to visit? What was your favorite place to play?
My favorite place to play was the Cavern in Liverpool
Ooh.
because Paul McCartney just played there 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wait.
And they gave us that stage. And then 2 nights later, they
Was it
invited
still glowing?
Yeah, it was still
Right.
hot where he was standing. But yeah, as an original act to get in there is like nearly impossible. So Leva really, pulled some strings to get in there, and he's built relationships over the years.
He only has one kidney left now.
They probably. And it's
And no
artificial.
soul.
I know.
He sold it to the
Seriously.
devil.
He hustles. He
Okay,
hustles.
so Liverpool. So what was so cool about this venue?
There was just a vibe to it. And I just remember going in, especially like my show is, me and a drummer, no bass player. So it's kind of like very new, I guess. And most people going there are expecting a Beatles cover. Like they have Beatles cover bands all the time because that's why people go there.
Liverpool. I mean, yeah.
And you're in the
Right.
cavern. Like that's what it's known for. And so when I went in there, I was like, oh, they're probably not going to like it. And everyone loved it. So that was like complete. I was like, whoa, like people still love original music. Like they're supporting. And a lot of people came up to me after that show. And yeah.
That's
Get
really
this
cool.
bloke a pint. They're probably hating on me now for my terrible British accent, by the way. But,
Yeah.
But that must have been a lot of fun. Now,
Yes.
I gotta chime in and throw my one story about Paul McCartney, and I got to say hi to him while I was passing the
Can I touch
microphone
you?
to Bob. I used to work for a radio station,
okay,
and the host of that radio station, he actually got to interview Paul McCartney when he came down here
Swing.
Wow.
to
Oh,
Petco Park.
That's
And
crazy cool.
I got to handle the conversation.
I got a Paul McCartney story.
Oh,
When he played at Petco Park, John and I went, and prior we had a little pregame at a pub down the street, and so we heard loud music, and so we started running to go get into the venue because we're like, oh crap, he's already playing, and so we're running to the venue, and then there's the security guard stops us, and we're like, what the hell's going on? We just need to get right there, and he's like, you're just gonna be glad you're here. We're like, we're glad we're here. We're supposed to be in there. Paul McCartney's playing. What are you talking about? Oh my God. So then the transit fucking Mercedes pulls in with Paul in the friggin' car. So we could totally see him because, we started taking pictures and stuff. And it was like, oh, okay. Thanks, security guard. You weren't such a wank after all. So it's not as exciting as your story, Big John, or nearly as exciting as yours. But I did have one.
no, I'm going to chime in for a second here. I've
you
never
have
met Paul McCartney. That's it. That's all I've got.
oh, then keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Matthew, I just want to circle back for a second because you said he'd played there 2 weeks prior to you all playing there.
Yeah.
And then you said something about 2 days later.
Oh, they called us back.
They did.
So that was like, because there's 2 stages. There's
Yeah.
like the round cavern stage. I don't know if the camera can see me, but it's like,
That's a cavern motion.
yeah, there's a cavern.
Obviously.
And so like, that's where they got their start. And that's technically like the main stage. And if you don't play Beatles music, you do not go to that stage. So the second night they called us back and they let us play on that stage. So I was able to play
Wow.
2 of those stages.
Did you play a Beatles cover?
We had to. On that one. We had
Part of the contract.
Yeah. Like when you hit that stage, you have to.
Then I have to ask, what song did you play?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Because I literally learned 30 songs, Beatles songs before this tour. So I'm like, I don't even remember
So
the
you
names.
can read the room and go, okay, this is obviously a
Shake
help
it on,
crowd.
baby.
Right.
Now, shake it on, baby.
Twist and shout.
Yeah.
So that was one of them.
Twist and shout. Boom.
It's a great one.
It is a
Yeah.
great one.
Because the whole place
Yeah.
goes nuts.
Yeah.
Bouncing up.
Right. Gets them
Super awesome.
dancing, gets their feet shaking. They start cutting a rug, as it were. So now what about places to visit? What do you think is the coolest place in Europe just to go?
Norway.
Norway. With the
It was
Norse.
beautiful. And we were in a place called Kragerø, and it's like considered like their pearl, and it is.
Yeah.
Like I just remember coming over the hill and just seeing where we were staying, and I'm like, it's like a painting. Unbelievable. It was just can't describe it.
So this must have been quite a life-changing journey. Have you ever
Yeah.
traveled really abroad before this?
Not abroad. So it was life-changing.
You guys were there for a
Pizza's
while.
here.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Is that the pizza? Or? Yeah, that's. I see the red box.
That's a fun
I was
moment.
like, okay. Be our beat.
Hey, can you
so
try
hip,
getting just a little closer to the mic?
There we go.
Hey.
Yeah, that's better. perfect.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, if you could focus on that, because I'm getting very little bass on your voice.
Proximity effect.
Yeah, exactly. You got that. I usually have to speak general to people.
Yeah. I'm a front of house engineer as well. Monitor.
Okay, cool.
I get it.
I do like that mic though.
Thank you. Telefunken.
It's not good for me because it doesn't. I have a lot of bass in my voice, so it does pull a lot of bass out, and I
right in
can't.
that like 250 too. It's a weird spot that it's warm in, but I used to use the KSM9 and the 58s and stuff, and it just never had this frequency that really is nice for my voice. That's
I have what are the E8, the Sennheiser E839?
He looks at me like I know.
Well, you use them too. I just don't have them with me.
Got it. You like
I
those?
normally use those. They're perfect for my voice.
Got it. Yeah. It's really, that is one of the things is like finding that mic for your individual voice.
Oh yeah, very important.
And like that, the 58 sounds incredible on you.
Thank you. Wow. I think actually that might be my EQ that I have here. Let me turn.
You're cheating. No, I'm just kidding.
So that's it without it. So it's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
but
it's right on.
Yeah, I just add EQ to, and I don't know what just happened. It didn't do any EQing. Whatever.
So those who are aspiring to be musicians, listen in because this is important. The right equipment is you got to make sure you do some shopping, do some testing around, and make sure you get what works for you. It's not all the same.
You can just sit down.
Do you need something to drink?
Just some water.
Water? Okay.
Okay, don't sit down.
Anybody else, I guess, while I'm up?
I was like, get him a beer. He looks old enough.
I have to card him.
If you're old enough to open it, you're old enough to drink.
That's only in
That's a good
Mexico.
rule.
I'm starting to sound like my grandpa now.
Well, you can continue there, Mr. TJ.
All right. So the Discovery Tour. You obviously had a lot of discoveries of your own. Did you maybe find something else about yourself traveling around? Like, did you feel like you grew more just as a person?
Just a bigger worldview, seeing how other people live and really appreciating.
Do we have
where
it backwards here in America?
We have it so good.
Oh, good.
We
Yes,
really
thank
do.
You. Okay,
We're so blessed
for
here.
affirming that for me. Because I always had people telling me, like, this place sucks. We should go live in other countries.
And those people have never left our country.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
We have it so great over in Germany. No. It may be a first world country, but it's on the border of second.
Yeah. So welcome back to Earth's finest country.
Thank you.
Yes,
America, good old US of A.
Down here in San Diego.
America's finest city.
Yes, that's right.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Go get
Oh,
it.
geez, okay.
Just sat back down.
I know.
So now that you're back, you're done touring, what's next?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, I got a show at the Sabian Theater in Beverly Hills about a week from today. So that's really, really, really cool.
That mic's
Only our
gonna fit right in.
only our YouTube lovers are gonna know that because your episode will be out on the since we're putting you as a producer's corner.
Oh, wait.
Your episode will be aired on the
special.
12th of November.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I played it.
Tell us about it.
Leave all of that in just because of that line right there. That was too awesome.
Tyler wants to hear about it, so here we go.
How was that show? Did you enjoy it?
That sound guy was shit, wasn't he? Yeah.
But the light guy, he did all right? He got it right.
Nice, very nice. So you got some shows coming up here. You're going to be doing mostly locally.
Yes, I got to finish my album. I've been
right.
doing way too much touring and playing, and I think I've
Right.
proved I can put on a good live show. And
You can.
That's kinda-
I've seen
thank
you
you.
put on a good live show
thank you.
when we played with you in San Felipe, Mexico.
Yes, that was fun.
Oh,
That
wait.
was fun.
You guys played with them together?
Well, John Campos and the Incurables,
still.
obviously.
No, that's cool. Okay, so that's how
Yes.
you and John have the connection, or do you guys go way back farther
Did we
than
meet?
that?
No, I think that was when we met.
I think so.
And then
For clarification, that's not the engineer producer John. That is
John
Spicy's
Campos.
husband.
John Campos and the Incurables.
Yes.
And
Love
we were
those
with,
guys.
I know. Oh, thank you.
except that one guitar player. He tried to steal my guitar twice.
Was that Eric?
I don't know. I don't want to drop names.
Oh, that son of a... Well, anyway, I'll just stop that. But we had a really good time, and Fallen Doves also played. I'm gonna kick his ass. He tried, well, you're the White Prince, who doesn't want that
thank you.
guitar? Jeez. You're welcome.
What kind of guitar do you play? What's your
A
go-to?
Fender Stratocaster 1957 gold.
Ooh, it's a 57.
Yeah, it's a custom shop though.
Gold, like your microphone gold. Wow.
Look,
All my
it's his
gear is
shirt,
white and
it's
gold.
like white and gold. It's his thing.
Even your
Just
shirt,
branding.
white
Yeah.
and gold. Wow. Nice. Smile.
works.
You got any gold back there?
No.
I know. I was waiting to see if I could gold too.
You got to get yourself some grills, bro.
Yeah, totally right. Little 50 Cent or whatever, one of those guys.
Really super white teeth and really gold grills. That's what you need.
Listeners here in America's finest city who are tuning in and listening to this episode are maybe going, this sounds really familiar. I know you haven't heard that song yet. It's new, but I've seen him before. I've heard him here before. You were at KAABOO a couple of years ago, were you not?
Yeah, last year.
Speaking of sea of undulating people,
Wow, how was that experience?
That was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And this was the year that what was it? Tom Petty, Chili Peppers, I
Just
think.
the
did
week
it.
before Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, Chili Peppers, Muse, and Pink.
Did you get to meet any of those guys at all backstage? Hopefully, Tom Petty, because
Yep. A week before.
that was the show to see him.
We just got backstage. We didn't technically get to meet him,
Okay.
but I was as close as you could be without being his credentialed crew.
Did you have
Wow,
a
that's
fanboy
awesome.
moment sitting there? Because I would have. I would have lost it. Like,
Me too.
Thanks
was just-
for killing my microphones.
welcome.
It was just one of those experiences that I was just like, wow, like
How did I
I'm
get
here.
yeah,
I'm
it was
here.
just, it was like a dream. And then I was like, you know what am I doing on the side of the stage? So then we went out into the crowd and listened
had
properly.
some fun?
Yeah.
That's where really the fun is had at
Yeah.
KAABOO.
Yep.
I was there actually last year. I didn't have the privilege of seeing you, unfortunately. I think I showed up a little bit late. But it is quite an experience. It is a crazy festival to go. So that must have been a really neat experience for you to do.
You know
Yes.
what? We haven't heard a single song by him.
We haven't. Then we got to get to that.
We're like
one.
almost halfway through
Wait a
this
minute. Wait a
episode.
minute.
We
No,
heard
we heard a
one.
song.
Oh my God, I'm having a brain
a
fart.
minute.
I've been
big
trying to
dog.
do 3 other things while this is going on. So just maybe we should just go into another song.
Let's
'cause,
do it.
I
think
want
we
to hear
should
it
again.
I want to hear another one.
Let's see. The only 3 I have on my list are Always Be There, Goodbye, and Together Forever.
The
Do you have-
last 2 we have.
The last 2. Okay, well then let's save Goodbye for the last song.
Oh, perfect.
I think that's
That's
kind of
fitting.
apropos.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
a little.
Perfect-
So let's do
outro.
Together Forever by Matthew Phillips.
The day that we first met, I glared into your eyes. That's when I knew you had to be mine.
This song is about you, Kim. I hope you know this.
As time stood still,
It is.
we
Nicely done.
who knew it would end like this? Let's run away to the edge of the earth. No one will find us there. And as we go away, take my hand. We'll find this world together forever and ever. The day that we first kissed, can't stop thinking about it. It's on my mind.
Are these songs, are they necessarily about one particular person? Or are you putting the invitation out there to all the girls in the audience?
Yes. Invitations are good.
The ambiguous one-word answer.
Yes.
Asked and answered.
All of the above.
Together forever
Again, I got to give kudos to the production. This song is excellent.
Clean.
I want to know what that sound is. That kind of sounds like a cartoon running.
It's just like a guitar sound, but they just flip it on and off a whole bunch of times.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, you can actually do that from the guitar by turning the pickups on and on and off. Eddie Van Halen does a lot of that tricks in some of his solos.
Oh,
You're not a guitar
I feel
player.
disillusioned.
Yeah.
Edge of the earth. No one will find us there. As we go away, take my hand. We'll fight this world together forever.
That was Together Forever by Matthew Phillips on the Dusty Futon. Excellent. That was an awesome song.
Thank you.
What was I going to say? Hold on.
How many records do you have out?
None.
Yeah, this is
None?
the first one. He's actually in the process of releasing it.
Now I got to ask you
Okay.
because Kim's been asking you for your music for like a few days, and you haven't been able. Is that because you were still working on it?
No.
Okay.
I just been so busy.
Yeah. Well, I figured that at the very least, but
Yeah.
you're still. Are you in the studio still with this album?
Yes.
Okay. I figured as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
And
here's
that's
what
like-
gets me, because you're still working on this album, and yet 2 of your songs have already been featured in movies.
Yes.
So,
Is that
holy crap.
mind blown? I told you he's really good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, I'm going to ask the question Tyler's asked 3 times. What are you doing on the Dusty Futon? You should be on like a nice, pristine, clean leather couch.
I know, right? I apologize.
It's like Dusty Futon. Are they going to lay down plastic or something? These are nice pants.
I got my own clothes here.
Yeah.
I can't,
No,
I can't
so-
get them dusty.
So 2 movies. Are you at liberty to say which movies they're in?
Yes, but I can never remember the names.
Oh.
One of them is What Remains. I know that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, I always forget because when I signed the contract, it didn't have a name.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like Project 1048.
Oh,
And I was like,
okay.
Okay.
so I
It was
can
a porno.
no.
Making his parents proud.
I didn't know you had a jazz influence.
So yeah, it was. I don't remember the name of the first one, but I do remember the second one, and it like won some awards on Sundance and stuff, and
Whoa.
cool.
It
Yeah.
went to Sundance. That's pretty cool.
yeah, or their film Sundance Festival, something like that.
Yeah.
It won like the
that little
Critics'
festival
Choice.
out in Utah there, by Robert Redford.
You
and-
have to be like to be
It's a bad-
considered for that. You have to be badass or have some big major pedigree. So that's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
that speaks volumes about where you're going. Which just makes me wonder, what do you do next? I don't even know where you
What to
go
ask
from here. I mean, it just seems like you're riding a rocket right now. And if
Thank
you
you.
keep on going, I don't know when or if it'll ever stop. And keep going.
Thank
Ride
you.
this thing.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that very much.
Pedal to the metal.
So what pushes you so hard to continue rocking this out? Like, what's your motivation to write, to perform, to what is your motivation to be, Matthew Phillips?
Dollars.
Totally.
Lots of money.
Yeah, it's intrinsic. It's
For me-
intrinsic. He just can't help it.
It's that 30 minutes or 45 minutes on stage that I live for.
What is
And
that?
Yeah.
Tell me that feeling.
It's perfect. Like I cannot explain it any other way. It's when you're at one with everything, and when you're fulfilling your purpose, and there's nothing better. And I always strive to get back to that moment, and I guess that would be the answer.
Well, that's a good
Yeah,
motivation.
no, he's absolutely right. Because I know that feeling. It's the, I'm going to quote Aladdin here again, indescribable feeling.
Yes.
There's no word for it unless you're actually up there and you feel it.
Yeah.
It's only like
When
only
I'm up
certain
there-
countries actually have a word for this kind of feeling, and we are not one of them.
Well, when I'm up there, I don't get that feeling at all. I've been on stage a few times, and it's just like, oh.
It's interesting that you say that. A lot of artists that we've had on our show, one of them had like a speech impediment, but when he's on singing and on stage,
It goes away.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's like just
I've heard a lot
so
of that.
comfortable. and like the anxiety, and some people that struggle with anxiety and depression, and it's like, and they write these heartfelt songs that are just pouring your guts out, and it's like, and you get up there and you can do that, it's just, it's amazing that the release that they feel from it.
If you have that feeling when you're on stage, that means this is what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
And that's what exactly happens when I'm on stage.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was, at my last show at the House of Blues, there was a moment on my second song where I'm going to get emotional because it was so like touching. I sang the chorus of the song, and I have in-ear monitors.
Yeah.
So they're molded to my ears, they're custom, and I can't really hear anything. But the crowd was singing back my song so loud that I heard it through my in-ears, and I literally stopped singing and started like kind of getting
Wow.
because I was like, you're singing it so loud. Oh my! It was just like such a special moment, and
Just turn the mic on them, and
it was like it was like that moment. I just stepped back, and I was
That's incredible.
that was a special moment.
Talk about the connection.
Yeah.
I must feel right.
that was a House of Blues down here in San Diego.
Yeah.
That's
It
a
was.
fun venue. That's
Yes.
nice. I got to
And that
play
was-
one place. Great sound.
Yes, and that was my first Live Nation show.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
to
what?
be working with them now is like that's incredible.
Oh, that's right. So
Yep.
we were supposed to go. We couldn't get there.
Kim.
I know.
She's always making excuses. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, she's so busy, taking care of
Yeah, I
John's
know.
band and everything, and
These yahoos.
producing the futon and everything. She's
Some couple little kids back
You don't
there
give
that
her
want a
enough
mom.
buying pizza
Hey, lady.
and stuff.
No, but we're dying to get out to see you.
The next one, the album release show, that'll be the big one.
Yes. Now that one, is there a date set yet, or
No.
we're still okay? So we're still working
Yeah.
on that.
So
one.
how many
Okay.
songs do you have in the can that you're complete for your record that you're working on?
Just one.
Okay.
Like it's completely done.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Cool.
In fact, go to MatthewPhillipsmusic.com. That's his main website.
Thank
will
you.
not be
He'll
sorry.
have his tour dates. It's a very beautiful website.
Yeah.
Very
Thank
well
you.
designed. Whoever did that, kudos to them as well.
Yeah, easy to
They've also got
navigate.
3 songs on there that you can listen to that I saw. Always Be There, Goodbye, Together Forever. Now they're just teasers. Like I said, the album's still coming out, but you can get a little sneak preview there as
Yes.
well. So go and check them out there.
Or you can watch a couple of these movies that already feature his songs,
Yeah, no kidding.
or that,
No kidding. And that is one thing that I do notice when I listen to this. It does kind of have that sound of like the ending of a movie where it cuts into the credits. You finally have closure, and then it's the big grand finale song right at the
Yeah.
end. That's what I get from these.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well done. Keep it up.
Yeah.
So that being said, we actually are a little out of time. We got to cut into our next episode here. So we're going to end this one on one more song.
We got 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes?
Good.
We can go with song and 5 minutes after if you want.
Sweet.
So
Okay.
Awesome. Let's
Well, what do you
do
want
it.
to talk about, Big John?
what do I want to
Yeah.
talk about? I want to talk about the new
The, the microphone that you need.
I want to talk
replace.
about all these cables that keep falling apart. The shelf life of cables, I swear to God.
Hey, Matthew, I want to ask you a question. Did you go to school? Did you have any formal training in as far as music?
No,
No.
all self-taught and
born
through
to do this.
lots of mentors.
Oh, I know what I want to talk to you about. Is you pointed out how professional the website is, and you carry yourself with professionalism, and I'm sure you have top-notch gear and all this stuff. Did you how did you get all this Jesus?
To get there.
To get
Jesus.
there.
How did you get Jesus?
How did you get to Jesus? Because a lot of people, especially aspiring musicians, will look at that and they'll get kind of disillusioned in the fact that it feels they feel like they should start at that level.
Yes.
Did you start at that level?
No way.
So where did you start at?
Well, it started with my band, essentially. I started in a band called The Elevation, and I did that for 2 or 3 years, and I kind of learned everything the wrong way. And so when I started my solo thing about 2 years ago, I was like, okay, this is how you do it. And so then I had, basically done everything wrong, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it right this time.
Yeah.
And there's only one chance with your own name. So
Yeah. So you basically you learned from your own lessons. And
Yes.
Did you seek out like support from other people to learn more about how to do the right thing?
yes, quite a few mentors in my time, yeah.
Any names you want to drop?
Jarrell Iran, Dusty Lane. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
And
so
that's
cool. That's so
exactly
cool.
what I wanted to get to, because you're at this level now, and you were able to get to that level that you're at because of the support you received along the way. You asked for help. You
Yes.
emailed people. You contacted them. You said, "Hey, how do I get here? Hey, how do I do that?" So
Hundreds
it's like
of emails.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
And you don't take no for an answer. You just keep going. And that's the type of stuff that the aspiring musicians don't hear about.
Yeah.
And because
The
you
hustle.
only the
the
hustle.
work, the hard work, the hours. that
Something
you're
that's absolutely hilarious, and I don't think GHS knows this. GHS Strings. I emailed them like a long time ago, and they totally rejected me. And then
Jokes on them. Huh?
like 6 months later, they emailed me, and I'm like, "Did you?"
Yeah.
I'm just not going to say anything.
Did you do like the
let it
I
go.
wanted to
rejection?
so bad. I was like, "Do you remember this email?" No,
You should have replied with that email.
I should have. I've never told that story. Sorry, John Moody. Well, now you know if you listen to this.
It's,
Right.
it's like, coming back to the Beatles, the same thing happened with them. The first couple of record companies that were given their music, they said, no, these guys are bums. They're never going to go anywhere
Exactly.
in life. And then all of a sudden they got picked up by, was it Sun? Who was it? No.
I don't know.
God, I can't remember. And Beatles fans are
Christopher
killing me
Labo
right
would-
now.
Was it Capitol Records?
I think it was Capitol, and
Yeah.
then they went to Apple later on. So it was Capitol, and they went off the charts, huge.
Yeah.
I don't even need to tell you how big they got at that point. And everybody else was just kicking themselves. You know? Can you imagine if Paul McCartney went back to them and be like, maybe Capitol, rejected them the first time or something. And then
Yeah,
gave them a
same
chance
thing,
The next
yeah.
time and goes, all right, well, this first time I got this email from you, even though it's the 60s and the
Email.
email's
They were working on it. They were working on it. That's
like-
why they didn't get it.
I took the initiative in starting the
Yeah.
internet.
Well, I think you said the key though, persistence.
Yeah.
And consistency.
Yeah.
Just always.
I struggle with
Time and pressure.
Personally, and I'm sure a lot of people struggle with the not taking no for an answer part. Like once someone says no, then all of a sudden you
Okay.
feel like, okay, I'm not good enough.
It's such a
Yeah.
personal
Yeah,
rejection.
it feels like an attack, but it's not. You got to think of all the emails that they get. Put everything into perspective.
Oh, I know. It's insane.
Yeah, and so they may say no because they don't know your name. They may say
Exactly.
no because it's not from their publicist or your publicist or a name that they know.
Yep.
And so you got to keep going until they know that name and go, oh God, this guy again.
Yeah.
And then that's when they actually
Fine,
open the
I'll
email.
click on the Reverb
and
Nation
fucking
page.
read it.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then that's
so
when
true.
that's when you finally get the response that you want.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people ask me, about endorsements and I'm like, guys, these A&R reps, some of them get 100, 200 emails a day. My Fender A&R rep had 2,000 emails. And I'm like, these are how busy these guys
Yeah.
are.
And they just dump most of those emails into the
Because they can't.
trash. Yeah.
They can't go through them all.
No.
There's just no way.
Not even if you put high importance.
It's got the little
High
red
priority. With the little emojis.
Right? Requesting follow-up receipt. Oh, I love the 21st century. This is a good age to live in.
and nothing gets past us here.
But anyway, about that name again, it's Matthew Phillips. Go check him out at MatthewPhillipsMusic.com. Also, just check him out. I'm sure he's on Facebook and Instagram. All of the pages there. He's going to be on Reverb Nation. Are you on Reverb Nation?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Get on that.
Yeah.
Get on that.
That's where we're actually starting to get all of our artists from through
Really?
Reverb Nation, because they are the largest company to support independent music, and that's all they do is support independent music.
Okay.
So they're absolutely amazing. They have free services, but they also have a subscription service that gets you access. Well, I'm sure you don't need it, but
No.
access to a lot of potential events and whatnot, and you just jump right on, and it's a really amazing resource for independent artists.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's a lot of information for independent artists too, as far as there's a lot of they have is it algorithms or whatever, because it shows like demographics. It'll give you demographics.
Yeah.
Breakdown.
That's not algorithms.
That's what you use.
That's
in your-
analytics.
Analytics. That's the word. I knew it was an A word.
Big
Yeah.
data.
Another
Analytics are
A.
my thing with
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook. And
Instagram's good with it.
Yeah.
too.
Big John just did the mic drop. Only there was
What?
the mic still in his hand.
Oh,
He was just
he forgot to drop the mic.
We didn't teach you how to do that
Cable.
properly.
right.
That lesson is next week. So speaking of next time, let's close this episode out. Matthew, thank you for coming out and
Thank you
joining
guys
us
for
and
having me.
sharing your story and your music with
you.
us.
Finally,
I know. I can't believe it.
months and
We're gonna,
months.
Yes.
we're gonna end this episode here by saying goodbye. It's the name of this track here.
When I'm alone, I see the pictures you left on the floor. The empty space in my heart. The broken glass of us. How can I stand too low? Forgive me for all that I've done. When I tell you I loved you, you turn to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Is this the show closer? It's the opener, isn't it?
No, it's like
Is it in the
right in the
middle?
middle. Yeah, because it gets kind of slow, you know.
I
But
see it. Yeah.
You guys need a break.
The women, this song, they go crazy on this one.
That we used
Yeah.
to believe, the places we used to kiss. How can I stand too low? Forgive me for all that I've done. When I tell you I loved you, you turn to say goodbye, goodbye.
Get it. Get it.
Do you have a usual band that you play with when you go around, or you just have like strangers that pop in every so often and just know the songs?
No, I try to keep the same band consistently.
You got good chemistry going with
yeah.
the boys.
Adam Graham.
Yes.
You've met him.
Yes.
He's a phenomenal drummer. Like,
He's amazing.
holy.
Yes.
How can I stand here alone? Forgive me for all that I've done. How can I stand here alone? Forgive me for all that I've done. When I tell you I loved you, you turn to say goodbye, goodbye.
I want you guys to play the song at my funeral.
I'm honored.
Right.
Thank you.
When you put me in a boat, set it on fire, and push me out into the sea.
Are you going like a Viking warrior
Yes.
situation?
Exactly.
I like it.
In
I do
honor
too.
of Norway and the experience that we shared
Oh, yes.
with Matthew Phillips. That was Goodbye by Matthew Phillips. Thanks again
Beautiful.
for coming out here to the Futon, Matthew.
Thank you guys so much for
It's
having
been a
me.
pleasure, and we can't wait to hear more when you got your album that has yet to be named. So stay tuned. MatthewPhillipsmusic.com is the website to go check it out. See where he's going to be stopping into town near you. Go discover his music now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Matthew Phillips for coming out and also bringing his own custom gold and white Telefunken microphone. That thing is beautiful, man. Major thank you to Tyler for hosting this episode. Big thank you to Spicy Kim of Wicked Tone Entertainment for being the executive producer and co-host for this episode. I'm Big John, your engineer, editor, and producer of this production of the Dusty Futon LLC. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to get all the newest episodes. You can find out how on www.dustyfuton.com, and don't forget to share it with your friends. If you love what we are doing and want to support our cause like Rick and our other supporters, please consider going to patreon.com/thedustyfuton and pledging to support for as little as $1 a month. Thank you again for listening.